You know that blast of hot air when you first open a preheated oven to check on a pizza?
Oh, yeah. Just that immediate suffocating heat right to the face.
Right. Well, imagine you can't close the oven door. You just have to live inside it. That is exactly what stepping outside in Japan feels like today, July 25th, 2026. Welcome to today's deep dive.
Yeah, it is pretty brutal out there right now.
It really is. So our mission today is to unpack this historic, record-breaking heat wave. We're going to explain the weird atmospheric mechanics trapping all this heat and give you a clear outlook on exactly how long you will have to endure it.
And I mean, to put what you're feeling right now into perspective, this isn't just your typical, uncomfortable summer heat. As of today, Japan has hit a pretty terrifying milestone.
Right, the 5 days.
Yeah, 5 consecutive days of temperatures over 40 degrees Celsius. 6 locations broke the 40-degree mark today alone.
Oh, wow.
Places like Mito hit 40.8 and Kuwana hit 40.6.
5 days is just wild. Like, we usually hear about a single blistering afternoon making the news, right? Not an entire work week of it.
Exactly. I mean, the all-time single-day record is still 41.8 degrees, which was set back in August 2025. But what makes this current 2026 streak so historically dangerous is the duration.
It just won't end.
Right. Kuwana and Mino actually tied a super rare record of experiencing 4 straight days of 40-degree heat at a single location.
Which, I was reading this and it blew my mind. This actually forced the Meteorological Agency to change its official vocabulary.
It had to.
Just this past April, they created the term kokushobi, meaning extreme heat day, literally just to categorize these 40-degree plus anomalies.
They had to invent a new word because the old categories just weren't severe enough anymore to capture what we are experiencing.
But geographically speaking, Japan is an island nation. It's surrounded by ocean. How does heat that extreme physically sustain itself and just hover over the country for 5 straight days?
Well, it comes down to what we call a double high-pressure system. It acts like a giant atmospheric lid. So you have the Pacific high-pressure system.
This is pretty normal for summer, right?
Yeah, very typical. But right now, the Tibetan high, which originates over the continent, has expanded eastward. And it's stacked directly on top of the Pacific high.
Ah, so it's like throwing a second heavy down comforter over your bed in the middle of summer.
Precisely.
Yeah.
That double layer traps the heat perfectly. But then, you have to add the terrain into the mix. Westerly winds are blowing over Japan's mountains.
Okay.
And as that air comes down the downwind side, it compresses. When air compresses, it rapidly heats up. This is known as the phone effect, and it is hitting the Tokai region especially hard.
Wait, hold on, though. Japan has always had mountains, right? And it always gets westerly winds in the summer. If the terrain hasn't changed, why is this phone effect suddenly creating 40-degree days this year specifically? I mean, we can't just blame a permanent mountain for a temporary record.
That is a really great point, and it's the crucial piece of the puzzle. The mountains and the wind are just the immediate triggers causing those sharp localized spikes.
Yeah.
But the underlying reason those spikes are now hitting 40 degrees is because the baseline atmospheric temperature is rising globally.
Oh, I see. It's the whole rising tide lifts all boats concept.
Exactly. If your baseline summer temperature is already, say, 2 degrees hotter than it was a few decades ago, then a normal summer weather pattern like wind dropping over a mountain starts pushing you into unprecedented territory.
Which brings us to the most urgent question for everyone listening who is just trying to stay cool right now. When does this double blanket of pressure finally give us a break?
Well, you are going to get a very brief, minor window of relief tomorrow, July 26th. The Pacific high is forecast to weaken slightly,
Okay, thank goodness.
which should drop temperatures down into the 35 to 38 degree range.
I love that 38 degrees is considered relief. I mean, that is still dangerously hot.
Oh, it is. It's still officially a Moshobe, or a fierce heat day.
Yeah.
That is why you absolutely cannot let your guard down. You need to keep hydrating, check on your neighbors.
Do the AC blasting.
Definitely. Because early weather warnings show that the extreme 40-degree heat, that kokushobi level, is coming right back around July 29th and will persist into early August.
So it's basically stepping out of a 100-degree sauna into a 90-degree sauna and then right back into the 100-degree sauna.
Unfortunately, yeah. The lid is staying on for a while longer.
So we are stuck in the heat for the foreseeable future, which leaves you with a final thought to mull over while you sit in front of the AC today. If meteorological terminology officially had to be updated this year to include kokushobi, just to describe 40-degree heat, what kinds of words are we going to have to invent for the summers of the next decade?